when you're over there, and
Yeah,
I'm still
well,
over
I'm
there.
not in the know on that. People I
Yeah,
want to deal with.
yeah.
Hadn't been a lot going on. Supposedly we're supposed to have 3 trials this month, but
No, Butler,
Present.
Heidi Wilson, Carolyn Wands,
Present.
James Bouchard,
Present.
Mike O'Kane,
Here.
Bob Iverson,
Here.
Mike Poor, Rick Streebing,
Here.
Sherry Pickering,
Here.
Eve Ludwig,
Present.
Tricia Teague, Robert Williams,
Present.
Darren York,
Here.
John Cooper,
Here.
12 present.
We do have 12 present, so we do have a quorum. At this time, we will have the invocation led by Chaplain Rod Godley from the Fire Department, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance led by Vice Chairman Pickering. Please rise.
If you would pray with me. Heavenly Father, we thank you for your overflowing blessings upon us. We thank you for this nation and the city of Danville, a place of life, liberty, and indeed the pursuit of happiness. It is a good place to live, and we thank you for that. A good place to work, to enjoy life, to enjoy family and friends. A place where through our hard work our needs are met abundantly, and we thank you. A place where we are free to worship you, and we thank you for that. Indeed, we give you thanks and praise for the many blessings. Now, Lord, as this meeting begins, we lift up our city leaders, the mayor and aldermen and women, the many others that are here that keep our city running and keep us safe. Grant them wisdom as they make decisions. Favor them with creativity to find solutions to difficult problems. Provide direction to have a vision for the good of all in our community. May they work together with mutual kindness, respect, and cooperation. May they lead with humility. Keep them, Lord, on the straight and narrow path as they lead this community down the path of peace and prosperity. Lord, this is our prayer until God is all in all, and the kingdom of God is the only kingdom on earth. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Pastor Rod, just thank you for being such a great support to the Fire Department and also to others in the rest of the city. We appreciate you. This time you have before you the minutes of the April 16th meeting. Is there a motion to approve those?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion or debate? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Thank you. The motion carries. You also have before you agenda this evening. There was a typo on the original agenda. However, that was corrected. The paperwork was correct. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion or debate? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Thank you very much. Do not have any proclamations or board, committee, or personnel appointments this evening. Are there any reports of boards, agencies, or commissions? Seeing none, I do have one very sad item of information. For those of you who aren't already aware, Chairman Poor lost his son, Christopher, just a couple of days ago, and gosh, I can't even imagine. I've lost family, but almost all of them are older than me, and I can't even imagine what it's like to lose your child. So let's make sure that we keep him and Miss Joanne in our prayers. Tentatively, the services are going to be this Sunday. Visitation will be at Sunset Funeral Home up north from 2 to 4 p.m., followed by a service at 4 p.m. I know that it's Mother's Day, but if you are able to go and pay respects, please do. And of course, we'll be sending our respects from the city of Danville. Madam Clerk, at this time, are there any petitions, communications, or audience comments?
Yes, I do have one, Mayor. Did anyone else wish to speak this evening? They had a chance to fill out a yellow audience card. Okay, thank you. I have David Gerard of Danville regarding a lot.
Good evening, Council, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to talk about a lot that I bought from the city of Danville at 615 Grant in 2015. I bought the lot. The sole purpose I bought the lot from the city was to park on the barbecue business. Bud's Barbecue was to park my equipment on it. So when I bought the lot 13 years ago, the city told me to grade it, put down rocks, and I can park there. So that's what I've been doing for the last 13 years. So about a month ago, I get a letter in the mail from one of the city zone inspectors saying, hey, you can't park there anymore, but take it out. Just like the week before, I went out and I spent $1,200 getting that lot regraded, resurfaced, so it looked real nice. Had Mr. Butler come out and look at it. The inspector came out, looked at it, said, oh, it looks real nice, but you can't park there. Like, what? I've been parking there for 13 years. But then my thing is, it's with this, it's a lot, it's adjacent to my house. It's one on this side, one behind me. The city sent me letters because I'm adjacent to that lot, want me to buy these lots. So why would I buy these lots and invest money in the city of Danville if I can't put anything there? So what I'm supposed to do, I've been parking my equipment there for 13 years. So what am I supposed to do with my equipment? What am I supposed to do, go out of business? So I don't know. He said there was an ordinance. I never knew the ordinance to get changed. I keep the lot nice, pretty, and clean. And somebody said, well, put a privacy fence up. I don't want to spend $2,800 to put a privacy fence up on my own property. I've been parked there for 13 years. So that's what I'm here about tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Gerard. I have your phone number, and I'll make sure that we're in touch with you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you guys for your time.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor,
Thank you, sir.
and I asked a question, Mr. Gerard did, right here.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Butler.
Yeah, what was the reason why they said that you can park there before? What was the reason why you
I
couldn't
never had
park?
any problem with it. When I bought the lot, I bought it. I went down to over here at the KFC, and I bought it 13 years ago. When I first bought it, they said, "Hey, you can park your equipment on there, but it's gotta have rocks down." And that's what I did. Every year I put new, grade it, and get it done. And so this year I just had it. You went by and looked at it. I just had it graded,
Looked at it.
and spent $1,200 on that 2 weeks ago. And I can't afford to put up a private. I don't know if I put up a privacy fence, can I still park there? But I can't afford to put up a privacy fence. It's crazy. I don't know why. If you've been doing it for 13 years, why would you change something now? Nobody never told me about no zoning. If it's going to change, if I knew that 13 years ago, I wouldn't have bought the lot. I was thinking about buying the lots behind me. I'm not going to buy those lots. They'll sit there in the grass. It's this high, and I cut it sometime on my own. But the city comes out and cut it too. But I'm not going to buy those lots. What am I going to do? Just cut grass and pay taxes? Can't do anything with it. And so this is what I think the city needs to do. My opinion, if they're going to sell these lots to these people, tell them before they buy them. You can't do this on there. You can't do that on there. And some of these lots you can buy, you can't. I want to put a pole barn up. I was going to spend $12,000 to put a pole barn up on that same lot I'm talking about now. They said, oh, no, you can't do that. You got to put a house there first and then a pole barn. So if they sell these people these lots, they need to tell them what they can do with them before they sell them. Sell it to them. You can't do this, you can't do that. So what's the purpose of buying a lot?
Mr. Gerard, I apologize, sir. Of course, I can't account for what anyone told you 13 years ago. I think I was maybe a new alderman at the time, but I can tell you that now we do inform people what they can and can't do with their lots before they purchase them. So that way we don't put anyone in a bad predicament in the future. So,
I understand that.
yes, sir.
Okay, any more questions?
The address is 615 Grant.
615 Grant.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gerard.
Thank you, guys.
That's all I have, Mayor.
All right, thank you. There are no zoning petitions this evening. However, you do have before you the payrolls of April 19th, April 26th, and May 3rd of this year. Is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Second.
It's moved and seconded. Is there any discussion or debate? Seeing none, all those in favor, roll call vote, please.
Vice Mayor Teague,
Yes.
Alderman Williams.
Yes.
York,
Yes.
Cooper.
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Wilson, Wands,
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
O'Kane,
Yes.
Iverson.
Yes.
Poor, Streebing,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Ludwig.
Yes.
12 yes.
12 yes, the motion carries. You also have before you the vouchers payable of April 23rd and May 7th, 2024, as well as special runs for year end of April 26th, April 29th, April 30th, and May 3rd, 2024. Is there a motion to approve the vouchers payable?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion or debate? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Alderman Williams,
Yes.
York,
Yes.
Cooper.
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Wilson, Wands.
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
O'Kane.
Yes.
Iverson.
Yes.
Poor, Streebing.
Yes.
Pickering.
Yes.
Ludwig.
Yes.
Teague.
Yes.
12 yes.
12 yes, the motion carries. At this time, we will receive our Public Services Committee report. Chairman Streaming.
Okay, puts us 11A, City Clerk's Report. 11A1 is approval of license. Need a motion and a second, please, to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions on the approval of the licenses? Okay, if not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you very much. Ms. Munson, do you have anything else for us?
No, I do not, Chairman.
Okay, thank you. 11B, have a resolution authorizing a budget amendment to fiscal year 2024 and 2025 for the Information Technology Division 20. Make the motion to approve and dispense with the reading and ask for your approval. I'll need a second, please.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion or debate? Sorry, Chairman. This is you.
That's fine. Is there any questions on this resolution at all? If not, roll call, please.
Alderman York,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Wilson, Wands,
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
O'Kane,
Yes.
Iverson,
Yes.
Hoare, Streebing,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
12 yes.
12 yes, motion carries. Thank you. Puts us 11C, have an ordinance amending Chapter 39.07 of the City Code pertaining to compensation for municipal employees. I'll make the motion to approve and dispense with the reading and ask for your approval. I'll need a second, please.
Second.
Is there any questions on this ordinance? If not, roll call, please.
Alderman Cooper,
Yeah.
Butler,
Yes.
Wilson, Wands,
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
O'Kane,
Yes.
Iverson,
Yes.
Hoare, Streebing,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
York,
Yes.
12 yes.
12 yes, the motion carries. Thank you. Puts us 11D, have an ordinance amending Chapter 116 of the City Code pertaining to taxation. I'll make the motion to approve and dispense with the reading and ask for your approval. I'll need a second, please.
Second.
Is there any questions on ordinance 11D?
Yeah, just changing language, no additional fees or anything, right?
No additional fees, that's correct.
Yeah, I think it just housekeeping is all it was. No other questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Butler,
Yes.
Wilson, Wands,
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
O'Kane,
Yes.
Iverson,
Yes.
Hoare, Streebing,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
York,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
12 yes.
Yes, the motion carries. Thank you. Puts us 11E. We have a resolution approving an intergovernmental agreement with Aunt Martha's Health and Wellness being used as an alternative comprehensive community-based youth service. I'll make the motion to approve and dispense with the reading and ask for your approval. I'll need a second, please.
Second.
Is there any questions on 11E's resolution?
Yes, I'd like to know exactly what does this entail?
Chief?
What it does is sort of outlines who's got responsibilities, especially like, say, if you have a lockout or some type of situation with a runaway or anything that requires different social services. It outlines and makes on paper responsibilities and the amount of time that's an agency is required to respond and the steps to go beyond that. It's to assist in social service care. I believe the MOU is attached in, was in the shared drive?
It's attached.
Okay.
Alderman Williams, any more questions? that
No,
He answered?
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Any other questions on 11E? If not, roll call, please.
Alderman Wilson, Wands,
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
O'Kane,
Yes.
Iverson,
Yes.
Hoare, Streebing,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
York,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
12 yes.
12 yes, the motion carries. Thank you. Puts us to 11F. We have a resolution approving wrecker and towing service fees. I'll make the motion to approve and dispense with the reading and ask for your approval. I'll need a second, please.
Second.
Is there any questions on this resolution? Yes, Mike?
Is this this isn't a mandatory price setup, this is what, when the city orders something done or something like that, that's what the fees are gonna be? I mean, it's just non-negotiable to anybody that has a towing, need in the city?
Chief, you want to answer that?
What we're talking about in this ordinance is only for the police-related tows. And the last time it was updated, I believe, was in 2009. Does that sound right? 15 years ago?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, does that answer your question, Mike? Okay. Any other questions on 11F? If not, roll call, please.
Alderman Wands?
Yes.
Bouchard?
Yes.
O'Kane?
Yes.
Iverson?
Yes.
Poor? Streebing?
Yes.
Pickering?
Yes.
Ludwig?
Yes.
Teague? Williams?
Yes.
York?
Yes.
Cooper?
Yes.
Butler?
Yes.
Wilson? 12 yes.
12 yes, motion carries. Thank you. Puts us to 11G. We have a resolution approving an agreement to be used for towing services. I will make the motion to approve and dispense with the reading and ask for approval. I'll need a second, please.
Second.
Is there any questions on 11G's resolution?
Yeah, what is the amount of that?
This is just the other half of the agreement with the different towing services that we use, coupled with the previous on F.
Did that answer your question, Alderman Williams?
This is just establishing the contract with the
Oh.
towing services.
There was some language cleanup as well as and maintenance as far as the language in the agreement.
Okay. Thank you.
And Chief, how many do we use right now? Two?
Two.
Two. And it's equalized out, I guess, the way we talk at committee. They use them and every other chance, unless there's a problem. So
It's month to month. 1 month it'll be one company, the following month it'll be the other. And if there's some instance where one's tied up, there's an understanding and agreement that we may have to resort to the other if expedition is required.
okay,
That's very rare.
thank you, Chief. Any other questions?
Yes, I have one question.
Yes.
During these tolls, when you tow someone's car that, you know, that you might stop and you tow the car now, is there a fee for that person that you've taken the car into whatever yard that you take it to? Is there a fee on that customer, or that person?
That fee is reflected on F. That was in the shared drive. And it matters what it's being towed for. I mean, if it's a public nuisance tow, there's a fee. That's $300. That's such as, and there's a list of that. But that's between the city and the vehicle owner. The storage fees is based in that.
So the storage fee is added into your fee as well? There's not another fee that the storage place is going to charge that person if it sit there a couple of days, if he, for example, locked up or whatever, he still got to pay day by day for
It would accrue their storage fees.
and so he paid that fee to the county as
No.
well
No.
differently.
Any fees for storage, that's between the tow company and the owner of the vehicle.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any other questions on 11G resolution? If not, roll call, please.
Alderman Bouchard?
Yes.
O'Kane?
Yes.
Iverson?
Yes.
Poor? Streebing?
Yes.
Pickering?
Yes.
Ludwig?
Yes.
Teague?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
York?
Yes.
Cooper?
Yes.
Butler?
Yes.
Wilson? Wands?
Yes.
12 yes.
Oh, yes, the motion carries. Thank you very much. And 11H, items of information, I don't have anything, so I think we're done. Mayor?
Thank you very much, Chairman. At this time, we will receive our Public Works Committee report. Vice Chairman Iverson.
Okay, I wasn't expecting to do this, so bear with me.
I'll help you out if need be.
Our first resolution is for approval of the rates for the 2024 season of the Danville Aquatic Center at Garfield Park. Most of us still know that as the pool, but now it's the Aquatic Center because of all the additional fun things they'll have. So anyway, I make a motion that we approve those rates, and we just need a second.
Second.
Any questions, comments?
Question.
Could you give us some indication as to the price of those?
Yeah, it's $8 per one person. That's it, and that's a day-long pass. Then there's a punch card. You can get 10 of them. That's $70. Nonprofit organizations like Boys and Girls Club, they can get $4 per person. And kids under 3 and under are free. So I'm trying to get my 6-year-old pretend he's 3. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Vice Chairman.
Dave, you explained it the last time we were here. Explain why there's not a season pass. I've been asked several times.
So the reason we're not doing a season pass this year is just with the pool project. So the pool project's coming to an end. We're getting ready to fill the pool up and open, but there's always, in these instances with a lot of mechanical things, there's always chance for things to be pushed back. In fact, one of my items of information, I'll go ahead and let you know tonight, they found an issue last week. It's already been repaired. However, we've already had to push the inspection date back 1 week. Still, we kind of expected this when I was talking last week. So the rough date we have right now, we were kind of talking like first week of June. It's looking like that's still roughly the case, possibly the second week into June. But it's just that we don't want to sell a season pass and then people be upset because, hey, we didn't get a full swimming season in and you charged us for this pass. So we found this idea from a neighboring pool that does punch passes like this. We decided that might be the best route to go to help give people a little bit lesser rate, but still, be able to buy in bulk and utilize it that way.
And I'm sure next year it'll be under consideration. Get a season.
Yeah, most definitely. Yep.
Alderman, that's also why we only gave you pool passes for 1 year. Normally, we set them, kind of in perpetuity, but we didn't because we need to make sure we account for that next season.
Just one that's stated.
And there's also not going to be any night pool parties like they've had in the past because there's no lights yet. You will note that it's obviously more money than it used to be, but I think we'll all find it well worth it when we get to the new facilities and the slides and have a good time. Any other questions?
Yeah. What type of security are we planning for that pool?
So with the opening of the pool, we've already been, so there's been a kind of an internal within the city management team, kind of a pool planning on opening and everything. Chief Yates has been included, Chief Marcotte has been included, and so I know that they've got some increased patrols in the area through the beginning part, especially of the pool season, because the main thing is we want to just establish a fun and safe environment for all families. Right. So really just wanting to make sure we are establishing a good culture there on the front end of just a good, safe, and fun environment for everybody.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I have one. I didn't see an open date. I might have missed it. Was there an open date?
So we haven't set an official date. We're going to kind of wait until after we have the IDPH inspection. Once we make it through that inspection and we've been approved and been allowed to open, then we will likely be able to announce a specific date. Right now, like I said, I know the way things are going. We're looking at like the first or second week of June is where we're at right now. Obviously, we've still got a little ways to go, and I don't want to guarantee anything because surprises happen in construction projects, especially mechanical projects.
Other questions? Nope. Roll call?
Alderman O'Kane?
Yes.
Iverson?
Yes.
Poor? Streaming?
Yes.
Pickering?
Yes.
Ludwig?
Yes.
Teague?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
York?
Yes.
Cooper?
Yes.
Butler?
Yes.
Wilson? Wands?
Yes.
Pashard?
Yes.
12 yes.
Motion passes 12-0. Move on to awarding a contract for interior upgrades at the Public Works facility. I make a motion that we accept this and need a second.
Second.
Any
Back west,
concerns?
yeah.
Yes, John.
Dave, when we put these out for bid, how do we do that? We publish it, or do we send out?
Yeah. So we publish it, we send it out. If there are any known contractor that would typically bid on something like that, we have a form we fill out. We list any contractor that we know of, and we we'll look around on the internet and whatnot, that's local. It'll get sent to them if we have an email. That's how it kind of works on most of those, but most contractors are also kind of watching. So I know, the facilities and grounds manager, Claypool, had spoken to multiple companies, but this was the only company that decided to put a bid in on it. So
Yeah, that's what, I mean, approximately how many did you send out? Sort of surprised you only get one bid.
yeah, which is, I will say this too, if maybe price is a concern, this was actually put into the capital improvement plan, and he had it in there for $80,000 was the estimate. So it actually came in quite cheaper than the estimate, which is why we feel pretty good about moving forward with it. Yeah, sometimes with contractors right now, it's hard telling, as Engineer Cole would probably state as well. Some contractors are just really busy right now and just not bidding stuff. A lot of, timing is a lot of times everything. And so right now it seems like everybody's pretty busy. So
Just sort of a surprise you only get one
yeah,
bid, but that's
yeah.
the only reason
I
I
agree.
asked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Recently, I did a lot of concrete work at my house. I contacted 5 individuals, 3 in Danville, 2 in the county. Of those 5 companies, only 2 got back with me. 1 in Danville, 1 out of Westville. The Danville folks made an appointment with me, failed to show up, failed to return a phone call. So the Westville contractor got it for the Danville mayor's concrete, because he was literally the only one that got back with me, and he did a heck of a job, thankfully. But as the director said, it's tight. Everyone, with all between ARPA money and then all of the federal infrastructure money, right now contractors and engineers are all super busy, and it's exacerbated an already existing problem that we have here in our community.
And this was, excuse me, the time to do it because it's going to be available because of the HVAC work. So
right,
this is the time. It's too bad I only got one bid.
Yeah, also, Chairman, I noticed, I was there a couple of weeks ago and went out there on Voorhees, and the building is already tore up. Mm-hmm. And so on the inside there, so we had our own guys doing the work, or was there contractors already? Because we get ready to award a contractor a contract bid.
So we've already awarded, I don't know how long ago, maybe 6 months ago. That's a very rough estimate off the top of my mind. We already awarded the HVAC project to the contractor that's doing that. This is only for the carpet upgrades, basically.
Okay, gotcha.
So while we have offices all emptied out, basically we're replacing the carpet and getting everything up to snuff. The carpet is pretty old since before we were there and moved in. So a lot of it's pretty worn. We have quite a few different variations of carpet throughout the building. Some of it's newer than others, but we're getting it all replaced. So that's what this is awarding a contract for the carpet replacement.
Other questions?
And so we don't know the cost yet.
It's
$39,226.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see it now. Okay. Sorry.
Other questions? Roll call, please.
Vice Chairman Iverson?
Yes.
Alderman Poor, Strebe?
Yes.
Pickering?
Yes.
Ludwig?
Yes.
Teague?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
York?
Yes.
Cooper?
Yes.
Butler?
Yes.
Wilson? Wands?
Yes.
Pashard?
Yes.
O'Kane?
Yes.
12 yes.
Motion passes 12-0. So we'll move on to awarding the contract for bid 745, Downtown Revitalization Part 1. We're approving a professional service agreement for construction engineering and amending the Fund 107 budget for this work. I would make a motion we accept this. Look for a second.
Second.
Yep. And you may remember that we got the $3 million grant from the state. And this is to develop to get some of that done. Sam, any other, what are we expecting out of this, I guess?
Yeah, so the scope of this work includes basically complete rebuild of Walnut Street from just north of City Hall up to Harrison Street by the old bread store building. There, it includes reconstruction of an alley from the alley that's just west of the old commercial news building, or just east, behind Temple Plaza, from North Street up to Harrison Street. It includes reconstruction of Hazel Street from near the DMT up to just south of the post office at Madison. I believe that's Madison Street. It includes reconstruction of Harrison Street from Vermilion to Jackson, and reconstruction of Madison Street from Vermilion to Jackson. And when I say reconstruction, what we're looking at is, in general, the road base will stay. Storm sewer upgrades will be done at the intersections. There will be a mill and overlay of the pavement, new curbs, new sidewalks. There will be new lighting throughout that. It's a pretty comprehensive, redo of all of the infrastructure that's visible there. So lots of bang for our buck there getting this done. We'll say that, it's going to be a very tight time frame. We're under an obligation to get the $3 million grant expended by the end of this year, and the grant closed out. So you say yes and you figure out how, and that's what we're doing here. So anyway, I'm excited about it. We did have 2 bids, and similar thing. We had lots of interested parties, and everybody's looking at their contracts and deciding, can they really get it done, and do they have the capacity? So we ended up with 2 bidders. One was just above estimate, and one was just below estimate. So we feel pretty good with where our numbers are there.
As I was driving in tonight, I drove right through that area, and I thought, this used to be a really vital area of the city with a lot of activities, and I'm going to be delighted to see it back into some kind of go. Alderman?
Just for the sake of clarification, we have to have the money expended by the end of the calendar year?
That's correct. Calendar year. So we're still there. It's a $4.3 million project. The grant's $3 million. We've got a few details to work out with how that plays out. I would suspect we have to have grant funds expended, bills paid, final report sent in by like first half of January type thing. So it's going to be a team of people making sure that gets done.
So when do you want to start and finish, hopefully?
I think the contractor has already started marking out the removals. They're eager to go. Midwest Asphalt knows that this is, on the agenda for tonight, and we will get, I suspect that you may see activity on this here within the next couple weeks, as early as that. And ideally, work will be 100% complete by probably December 1st. I would say that's probably optimistic, but enough of the project could be complete by that point to meet the grant compliance requirements and get this project finished out. In all likelihood, it could be the spring for touch-ups and things like that. So,
will there be closures?
There will be. What we are planning, or what's in the contract, is one-way traffic on the north-south streets like Walnut and Hazel Street. They are a little bit wider, and we can facilitate that. So only one lane will be open, and that will vary. That will change throughout the project. So they'll work on one side of the road, switch traffic back over. The east-west roads, they're so narrow, like Madison Street and Harrison Street. We are going to allow access as needed to the local businesses, but those will be closed most likely during the construction to facilitate it. So we recognize that is an inconvenience, but for safety reasons and just for our ability to actually get the work done in a timely fashion, that's going to be necessary.
Other questions, comments? Yep. Roll call, please.
Alderman Poor, Strebe,
Yes.
Pickering.
Yes.
Ludwig.
Yes.
Teague.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
York.
Yes.
Cooper.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
Wilson. Wands.
Yes.
Bouchard.
Yes.
O'Kane.
Yes.
Iverson.
Yes.
12 yes.
12 yes, the motion passes. And we move on to awarding the contracts for bids 746, 747, 748, 749, and 750, and amending the fiscal budget Fund 107. I move we accept that and looking for a second.
Second.
Questions, comments? Do you want an explanation of where there's all from the engineer?
Yeah, these are a lot. What are we doing there?
Yeah, so this is basically just our general road maintenance type of preservation type activities. So some of the work includes sealing of parking lots, your traditional like putting the black coal tar sealant and restriping Danville Stadium and Winter Park, just to preserve those pavements the best we can. It includes Cape Seal, which is an oil and chip followed by a microsurfacing application and restriping on quite a few areas of town. It includes pressure pave, which was a technology we tried out last year, which is similar to that, but a little bit more specific or a proprietary type of application. It includes crack sealing of roadways throughout town, including Main Street and some of the state routes that we're responsible for some level of maintenance on as well. And it includes the oil and chip program. So I have not had time to figure up the exact percentage of streets we're touching like I have in the past. I would guess that it's very comparable to last year, if not even a little bit more. So you'll see work in a lot of places throughout town. And these are the types of activities that it's not brand new streets, but it makes sure that the investments we've made last as long as possible and the roads stay in as good a condition for the lowest cost we can.
And if you look on, starting with page 89 with the parking lots, but then the roads are outlined on pages 91 forward. And the different color coordination shows what type of treatment is going to be done on those surfaces.
Also, Sam, I have a question there too. Those streets that they done on, what's that, Kimmel, Martin, and Cottage Street, are they gonna get a sweeper out there, or are they gonna redo them? Because it doesn't look like the street that we done on the Bowman.
Right. Yeah, there's a different technique or different process there. Bowman Avenue received a Cape Seal, which is an oil and a chip followed by a microsurfacing application, higher volume roadway, basically. That neighborhood received a oil and chip treatment with a fog coat to preserve. So it's a different treatment. There is loose rock. I mean, it's basically a seal coat that we applied an additional oil to try to adhere more rock and make it look better than a standard oil and chip. So I think as our street sweeping crews get out this year and hit that neighborhood, that excess rock will get picked up. So I would say, I think we, in a perfect year, we would have gotten that work done a little bit earlier, and I think that we would have got better bond of some of that material and a little bit less loose rock, but that's not what occurred. So there is always going to be a little bit of excess to pick up.
Other questions or comments? Roll call.
Alderman Strebe?
Yes.
Pickering?
Yes.
Ludwig?
Yes.
Teague?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
York?
Yes.
Cooper?
Yes.
Butler?
Yes.
Wilson? Wands?
Yes.
Bouchard?
Yes.
O'Kane?
Yes.
Iverson?
Yes.
12 yes.
12 yes, motion passes. Down to items of information. I don't particularly have any, but I would like to thank you for bearing with my throat a little bit tonight. But you do notice I don't have my oxygen tank this time. So that's a step in the right direction. So I appreciate the help and thought you've given me with been a month now. Been a fun month. So, but I'm doing better, and I'll be around. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chairman. In terms of items of information, there are two things that I would be remiss if I didn't mention. First, I just want to say thank you to Chief Yates and to everyone who came out. I want to thank you for your leadership on Operation Refresh Friendly Town this week. I only raked for about 5 hours, and I got blisters and all kinds of stuff. And Chief must have put in at least 20 hours, not including all the other work he did. Chief Marcotte had a fine team of firefighters volunteering out there. They roofed that spot and everything, and Alderman Cooper came out and worked with me, breaking a whole bunch of stuff. So just want to say I really appreciate everyone. It was one of those moments as a mayor that makes you incredibly proud, because it showed me what we're made of, that when there's something that's important for this community, we can come together and make it happen. That'll be something that will be great for future generations. And one of the proudest parts of it to me is the schoolhouse. For any of you who saw the old schoolhouse, it didn't look like a schoolhouse at all, right? And it was also in bad condition. Well, the kids at the high school and the geocon and the construction class came together and actually built that structure for us, and it looks fantastic. And so I'm proud of them, because those are young people that are giving back to kids for generations. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who made it possible, and particularly to the late Senator Bennett, because this and the training center would not have been possible without him. So thank you, everyone who made so much effort to make that happen. It's going to be great. We're not done yet, but it's getting there. If you have time, go by it. It'll make you smile. The second thing is a harder thing for me to do. For those of you who don't realize it, this will be our city engineer, Sam Cole's last meeting with us. Sam, so to give you a little bit of backstory, Sam worked with us before. He was a young engineer, and we were always told that one day he would be the city engineer. Unfortunately, he wasn't treated very well, so he left. And then when I became the mayor, we found ourselves in need of a city engineer. And I said, Sam, why don't you, come and work with us? I think that this is where you're supposed to be. We need you, He said, Ricky, thank you very much. I like you well enough and everything, but no. I don't know that I want to do that again. And I said to him, knowing that he fears the Lord, I said, Sam, I want you to pray about this, because I don't think you're right. And thankfully he did. And the last almost 4 years, we've accomplished an incredible number of things. And a lot of that would not have been possible without you, Sam. So we will miss you, brother. I thank you for everything you've done for the people of Danville. And I just want to say we appreciate you very much.
Yeah, I'll say something. I can't not, I gotta have something in there. First off, I want you to know I really do appreciate the opportunity to do this role for the city of Danville and for the citizens, and the trust that you all have placed in me and our department and our leaders here at the city. It has been a true privilege. I mean, it's been incredibly difficult, and it will continue to be, and it is so worth it. I have absolutely, I would do this all over again. I just can't keep doing it. So it's been very rewarding, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. I think to leave, not that the public will necessarily listen to this or anything, but it is an incredible group of people here at the city of Danville, incredible staff, and the public should take heart that we have very talented people who not just do their jobs, but do them very well, put their heart into it, and are here on a mission. And I would encourage you to support them and to, come alongside of them and push for better things for Danville, because that's where we're headed. For the aldermen, I would say the same thing. Continue to support your staff. Enable them, do the things that it takes, because that's what's going to move the community forward and keep moving it forward. Keep the positivity going. That's what we need. This is such a different council than when I was here the first time. Even though I wasn't in this role, it's been a privilege to work with you all and to have the positivity. Not all the time. Let's challenge each other, ask hard questions, do the things, but maintain a positive attitude towards the direction we're going. And it really has been a lot of fun, and I'm going to miss you all and the team here incredibly. I tell people, hopefully my wife, I don't think she's listening to this tonight. I think she's given up on me. This is the second hardest thing I've ever done in my life, is leave this job. The first hardest was break up with my current wife when we were in college. So I've already gotten back together with Danville once, so I don't know that that's going to happen again or not. But honestly, thank you so much for this. And I will say that I remember the moment that I decided I was going to come back here, and I was, driving to Champaign in the morning one day, and I heard on the radio that there was somebody called into WBGL. I was listening to that, and there was a lady who said, I'm so excited. My mayor in our town has called for a day of prayer and fasting. And I thought, man, that's amazing. That'd be a really cool place, and then turns out it was Mayor Ricky Williams.
All right.
And I just thought, okay, you know what? This is what I'm supposed to do. And we started talking and made that happen. And he was right. And when I told the mayor that I knew that it was time for me to move on to something else, he reminded me of the reason I came here. Because he's rooting for you and your family. And he's rooting for this community. And he's rooting for all of you. And you all are doing the same thing. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for the opportunity to do this with you all.
Are there any other items of information for the good of the cause?
No, but I got a
Yes,
question.
Alderman Williams.
I just had a question as to, in our inner city here in Danville, just recently we experienced a number of fires in vacant buildings. After the fire, these buildings are still standing, which are eyesores. They're detrimental to the community. What is our process? What's going on with that? Can someone explain that?
Sure. So how we do demolitions, the first and most important thing for people to remember is that we cannot just go on someone's property and tear their house down, no matter how ugly it is, how bad it looks, how much it smells, all of that kind of thing. So number one, whenever we're going after demolitions, we're going after things that are actually dangerous, a true threat to life or property. A lot of things that are ugly or smelly aren't necessarily threatening to people, unfortunately. So we have to, number one, go through the legal process to get the right to do it. Then we have to put them in some kind of order as to how we do it. Number one is if they're a threat to safety or life. Number two is if we have any kind of infrastructure project, if we're going to be rerouting sewer under the project or something like that, or an economic development project. Then number three, after that, we're working hard on main thoroughfares because everyone has to see those. And then number four, we generally go after safety, after projects, and the like. We go after tenure. So if it's been there a while, then we're going after those things which are have been there for a while next. So that's the process that we go through. Sometimes it takes forever. We had a big victory this past week. We've been working for almost 5 years to get that nasty gas station torn down on the northeast corner of Vermilion and Fairchild. Thankfully, to the tenaciousness of our staff, we were finally able to get it taken care of. Logan contacted the EPA, the state EPA, and the state fire marshal. And the state fire marshal, believe it or not, out of everyone, was the one who kind of saved the day for us to get those contaminated tanks out of the ground. So we just have to stay the course. I'll be honest, it's probably the most difficult part of the job because most other things we have I feel like we're really on the right path, and I believe we're on the right path with demolitions too. We just don't have enough resources to get them all down, unfortunately. One of the things we will likely be proposing to you is we have, I think, close to 50 court orders, including a number of buildings that are burned, that we will likely be bringing to you for consideration for demolishing them simultaneously, bidding them out so that we can get a lot of them done at once. So that's where we are, Alderman.
Okay. Is there any, is the chief there? Yeah. Is there any leads as to what's going on with those? Or can we disclose that?
Well, we can't. Yes, there are. I don't want to disclose where we're at with the investigation. However, we're going in the right direction.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're keeping on top of that because it's really a disgrace to the city, you know. So, thank you.
It is. I have 2 of them in my block, and well, 3 actually. So yes, Vice Mayor Teague.
I didn't have a question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I saw you. Alderman Cooper.
You know, the city got a grant for all the homeowners that needed repair and all that. Can we get a report or a status report on how that's going?
So Logan is off on paternity leave.
I knew that.
And he will give us an update when he comes back. Yes, sir. But I believe we have the first, so we had to, what they got first was just a pre-approval or pre-authorization. Then they had to go through, he and Mumachu and Christina had to go through a process to get, to make sure that they met all the other criteria, that they weren't delinquent in any taxes, they don't have any open court cases, code cases, that kind of thing. So it's a bit of process. I believe last week we processed the first house that's getting, folks that are getting some help. So, I mean, when I say process, like actually started the house. So it started, and I know it's ongoing. But I don't know the details of where each of them are at, honestly.
So, well, can we get a report on like how many people applied or how many's approved or?
Oh, over 500 people applied.
Okay.
And approved, we don't have a set approval rate because, so for example, you know, if you're approved and and we think that it's going to be $40,000 to do the stuff in your house, but then it's actually $60,000. Well, we have $20,000 left to work with, and we started. Conversely, there are times where we plan that it's going to be $40,000. Thankfully, it only took $25,000, so now we have $15,000 more to work with. So basically, everyone has been assigned a number on a lottery, you know, 1 through 500, and we started with 1, and everyone who meets the criteria doing the work in their house, then moving to the next and the next and the next. So. That's how it's going on. I'm sure that there will be a point where we have several going on simultaneously, but we're not quite there yet.
How many of those numbers have been called out yet? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't want
to. So just get some type of. I've had people ask me that they sent an application in and haven't heard anything. So
what I would say is if. In all honesty, in all likelihood, if they're above 100, they're probably not going to get helped. You know, if we think about it, we got $1.45 million. Each house can be up to $65,000. You can only do so many homes if they're towards the maximum amount. So I would say if they're over 100, they're almost certainly not going to get helped. Even if they're above 50, it'll be less likely that we're able to assist them. But we will continue to assist until we've worked through all of those funds.
But they have been notifying.
Yes, sir.
That process has started.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So every applicant, regardless of where they are in the lottery, has been notified, or only the people who were pooled?
Vice Mayor, I'm not certain. I will have to get the answer to that question.
See, on regards to that one, you know, will these people say aren't going to get approved? Will they get notified just to let them, hey, thanks for applying, but
I believe they will. I have to talk to Logan once he comes back.
I understand
once he comes back, I'll have him give an update. I believe that they are, but I don't know, and I don't want to provide you with inaccurate information.
That's fine. I just, you know, if we can get a report, that'd be good.
Sure, absolutely. I'll ask him to do that for us. Any other items of information? I apologize to you, but we do have need of closed session. To the public, just so you know, we will be voting on the Public Works laborers contract after we come out of closed session. I hope that we will only be 15 or 20 minutes, but I don't know. At this time, I would entertain a motion to go into closed session under Section 2C1 of the Open Meetings Act to discuss specific employees, under Section 2C2 of the Open Meetings Act to discuss salary schedules and collective bargaining matters, under Section 2C5 of the Open Meetings Act to discuss the purchase of real property, and under Section 2C6 of the Open Meetings Act to discuss setting the price for the sale of property. Is there a motion to do so?
So move.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion or debate? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Pickering?
Yes.
Ludwig?
Yes.
Teague?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
York?
Yes.
Cooper?
No.
Butler?
No.
Wilson? Wands?
Yes.
Bouchard?
Yes.
O'Kane? Iverson? Hoare? Streebing?
Yes.
10 yes.
And yes, the motion carries. We are adjourned to closed session. Motion to return to open session.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Thank you. You have before you item 14A, a resolution approving the collective bargaining agreement with Local 703 laborers. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion or debate? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Alderman Ludwig.
Yes.
Teague.
Yes.
Williams. York.
Yes.
Cooper.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
Wilson. Wands.
Yes.
Bouchard.
Yes.
O'Kane.
Yes.
Iverson.
Yes.
Orr. Strebing.
Yes.
Pickering.
Yes.
12 yes.
12 yes, the motion carries. At this time, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. We are adjourned.
Mayor, there's a really good article in here on page 6 about social media use.